Gosh, welcome to Disney Tips and Tricks.
Hi everyone, I'm Cindy Lynn. I brought Goofy with me here today, and we would like to go over some Disney tips and tricks with you. So we have some good Disney experience, and we love going to Disney, so we wanted to go ahead and share some of our experiences and tips and tricks with you today. And we just want to let you know that, we are just doing this video to help everyone out, and we really hope that you like it. And if you're getting anything out of this video, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. Give us a comment below if you have any extra tips or tricks to add to this. So let's go ahead and tell them what our Disney experience is. So we have quite a bit. We're not experts by any means, but we have been to Disney World 7 times.
Disneyland, California, once.
Yep. Have been to all 4 parks in Disney World.
Both water parks.
Both water parks, and also Disney Springs, which we like to refer to as the old school downtown Disney. We've also been to a value resort, 2 of the moderate resorts.
And also the Shades of Green. Shades of Green you won't find on the website. That's a hotel for military personnel, retired military, or government employees.
Mm-hmm. It's owned by the Department of Defense. So
ran by the Department of Defense.
Without further ado, let's go ahead with number 1.
Let's start.
Okay, so number 1, don't pinch your pennies, people. Come on, you're going on vacation. Go ahead and splurge a little extra bit when you're going on vacation, especially if it's Disney, because you're going to be immersed in the whole Disney experience. So you're going to have all of the shopping and the adventure and the extra activities. There's behind the scenes stuff that you can do. The shopping is amazing. Kind of decide what you want to do and spend your money on ahead of time, because some people really do like to go to the splurging resorts, as I like to call them.
If that's important to you. If the resort is important to you, then spend your money on the resort. If park hoppers is your thing, then spend your money on getting the park hopper passes for the resorts. Mm-hmm. If shopping is your splurge, save your money for shopping. Stay at a moderate or a value resort, and spend your money on that. Disney is expensive.
Yes.
There's not much of a way around it. One way or another, you're going to pay. You just got to pick and choose where it is you want to spend your money, and that way it's not nearly as stressful when you go.
The mouse will take your money. Personally, Tony and I like the moderates, so we have not stayed at a deluxe, but we have talked to several people that have. We met some people this year that loved going to, it was the Grand Floridian. They were ranting and raving about it, but we like to stay at the moderate, so we get a little bit of in between, and then we have a little extra spending money as well. We do have a few money saving and tip ideas on how you can kind of pinch a few pennies if you do like to save some money. Kind of makes you feel better if you do that.
All right.
Yeah.
So one way you can save money is share your meals. You don't have to go into the park and eat constantly, or set yourself up for meals, lunch or dinners or things of that, for sit downs and whatnot. I mean, you can go to the curbside services and get a good meal and split it between the 2 of you, and that way 2 hours later when you're walking by, or you got a little time between fast passes or something of that sort, jump and grab something else. Mm-hmm. Or snacks.
And one
desserts.
of my desserts is our favorite, which we'll be talking about later. One of my favorite things to save money is this gem right here. So as you can see, the Starbucks gift card. So Starbucks is in every Disney World park. So it's on all 4 parks. Yep. It's in Disney Springs. What we do is save up our credit card points. So we have a Capital One card. We get 1.5% back, and we save that up when we're going to Disney, and we can get a Starbucks gift card with that. So either $50 or $100, and this allows us to get breakfast in the mornings if we want that. They have the huge cinnamon roll, which is Tony's favorite, that looks like Mickey. It has the 2 Mickey ears, which are little cinnamon rolls, and the big cinnamon roll. We can actually split that, which is what he was talking about.
It's the standard menu off of, and also all standard menus off of Starbucks.
And we, of course, get coffee. We can get the tea.
Iced tea later in the afternoon always works good.
And they also have smoothies. So if you have kids, you can get stuff for kids there too. Smoothies are really good for them. So you use that as just extra snacks throughout the day or breakfast, and that helps to save money too. So we also use them in the airport on our flight down. So lots of uses for that.
Another item that we do, we pin trade while we're at Disney. If you don't know anything about that, just look up on YouTube pin trading at Disney. There's tons of sites out there about it. It's the official Disney pins. I have one right here. And so we trade pins with at the hotels with people, also with the employees. If you have children, it is the way to go. The way to save money on the pin trading is you can go on eBay. You can order pins on eBay a lot cheaper. So you can get a pack of 50 or a pack of 100 for $20, $30. Take them out of the little plastic bags. They don't like that there at Disney.
Yeah, they frown upon that.
But we have never had them turn us down for trading a pin. And that's a great way to save money, and it gives you something to do while you're there. It's like another mission, in your trip.
Just make sure when you do order those off of eBay that you choose the official Disney pins. So the last way that we have that you can save money, the last tip that we have that you can save money, is to get water at any Disney counter service location. You don't have to take your water into the park, so you can just ask any counter service location and you can get the water there, including Starbucks. However, the lines are usually very long.
At Starbucks.
But their water is very good at Starbucks. It's like triple filtered. So
do not buy bottled water at the park. There's
much money.
There's no reason for it. You can get free water at the counter service, pour it in your water bottle container, and you're good to go.
You can take an empty water bottle and fill it up at a water fountain if you want. The water's not as good because it's that Floridian water.
Yeah.
But you can add the little packs of Kool-Aid for your kids if you want to do that. So that's kind of an extra tip as well.
A little trick on that is at your hotel room. If you have bottled water at your hotel room, take your bottled waters and put them in your refrigerator and your freezer and freeze them in the summer. If you're going to Disney in summer, then you have a frozen water bottle, and you can take that frozen water in and keep it in your backpack if you have a backpack. And then as it melts during the day, then you have water.
Yeah. We usually do that in the summer. The summer is really hot. We don't take extra water in the winter. We don't get that thirsty. In the summer, you will need some kind of extra water, especially if you have your children with you. So the next thing that we have on the list
Fast
is
passes.
Get your fast passes ahead of time. And I know if you watch any other vlogs or read blogs, they will tell you, get the fast passes, people. It will save so much time. So if you're staying on property at a Disney resort, you can get your fast pass 60 days ahead of time, which is really nice. When that 60-day mark hits, you go in and make your fast passes. You can change them. So if you're not really sure where you're going to be at, I would recommend to go ahead and make them and change them later.
If you're not staying at a Disney resort, you can only do them 30 days in advance.
Yes.
So one of the benefits of staying on site is that you get to do 60 days ahead of time. Little tip on the fast passes: when you book your fast pass rides and fast pass items, book them early in the day, because when you're in the park, once you have used your fast passes, you can go to the kiosk or use your cell phones with the Disney app. Another thing, get on your Disney app and you can schedule more fast passes later in the afternoon. But you have to use all your passes up before you can get new ones. So if you've got some random 5 o'clock or 6 p.m. fast pass,
Too late.
you're stuck until 7 o'clock until you use the last one before you can book another one.
Yeah, with the fast passes too, you want to get them for the rides that are the most popular.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we could not get Flight of Passage. It was just we went in a little past the 60-day mark, and they were taken up, and we tried. So
we utilized rope drop.
Yeah,
Which means you're there when they open the gate. Rope drops. Literally, they walk with a rope across the walkway, and people are behind it, and then they got in. It was still, and we were there at rope drop, and it was hour and a half.
It was still really busy, and the Eye in the Sky, you can watch our video on Animal Kingdom, and it shows how busy the rope drop crowd was. Everyone had the same idea that we did, so we probably did save a little time, because I think that ride is usually 2 hours if you don't go at rope drop.
Wasn't bad at all.
But it was still fun. We'd
went
never rode it before, and it is worth it out.
Which is planning for rope drops.
Yeah, we
which
already did that one.
just touched there.
Oh yeah, carry as little as possible with you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
here, I'll show. This is what we take in. Now you might not even want to take this, but we did get this as a deal when we stayed at the Caribbean. So if you bought so much merchandise, you got this for like $10 or $15.
Yeah.
But this is what we carry in with us, and also there's a little pack on the inside. So Tony takes that, and I sometimes wear this little pouch so I can carry just a few little items with me, my cell phone and maybe some lip tap or things like that. And
The good thing about Disney is you do not need to carry a wallet. I
Right.
suggest not taking a wallet unless you want to take your license to purchase alcohol, which is in every park now. But otherwise, you do not need to carry a wallet because
if you're staying on site,
you
yes.
should get
The magic band.
magic band.
This
You
is your
need to
key
get-
to the world.
This is the key to the world at Disney. If you have a magic band, you're set.
Yes.
Buy everything, get in everything, every door, fast passes, everything is on that magic band. This is the way to go right here.
Yeah, our favorite saying, scan your band.
Scan your band.
Scan your band. So some of the other things that we like to take in, so one of the reasons why you don't want to carry so much is because, for one, you're going through security. Security will check every pocket, every bag that you had, even strollers. Sometimes they will pull you aside to go through the metal detectors, but they will open every single bag that you have inside of bags. So it can be a long, tedious process if you take a lot of stuff in with you. So that's another reason to go light. And then a couple of the other things that we like to carry in our pack with us. So one of the...
We take power packs for if your cell phone goes dead or starting to get low. We take our cell phone packs. We got battery packs.
This is a large one.
Tip, put your phone on airplane mode because you really don't need to be getting any phone calls while you're in Disney.
Mm-hmm.
You're on vacation. Then while it's on airplane mode, turn your Wi-Fi on. Disney is wired for Wi-Fi to run your apps, and you're golden.
Yeah, dollar store ponchos, it probably will rain when you're there. So unless you want to spend $15 on a poncho per person at Disney, you might want to go ahead and
Go to the dollar store.
go to the dollar store or buy a little bit better one. Honestly, the dollar store ponchos, you will still get kind of wet. They have a hood, but they're real thin and the rain still seems to get on you. But we take our own ponchos. They're just in a little pack about that big. Unfortunately, I don't have any with me because we did use them when we
used
were
them
at
this year
Disney.
in December.
And then two other things we like to take. I take hand
Hand
sanitizer
sanitizer.
because people are touching everything, and I don't want to get sick when I'm on vacation or on my way home. And then this thing is awesome too, which is these little clips. Oops. Oh no! It fell in my tea. These little
Sanitizer.
clips, you can get bigger ones as well. You can get these anywhere.
Anywhere.
Walmart, Harbor Freight.
Everywhere. Yep.
So they clip to your backpack, and you can hang, if you want to take your resort refillable cups, they hang on there because they have the handles. You can hang the hand sanitizer. As you sing your little Mickey, you can hang
Your
on there.
Mickey bling bling.
Whatever you have that you want to keep handy, So that's just a few of our must-haves that we carry in with us.
Don't get
Anything
your
else?
backpacks too big because
Yeah.
you do take them on the ride with you. So you usually have to stuff them down at your feet, or they have spots underneath your seats or something like that. So don't try to carry too much. If you have children, little children, and you have to carry some things, that's a different story. But if you're like us and when you're going, travel light.
So what's next? Oh, plan the meet and greets.
Yep.
Yeah, Tony and I didn't used to do a lot of these, but we had a really good time this year when we went to Disney. We were at Hollywood Studios, and they had some meet and greet lines that were really short. Like there was only like one or two people. So
Oh, we saw Chewbacca.
Yeah.
And we got to see the little robot from Star Wars. What
yeah,
was
or
it?
BB3.
BB3,
It's BB3.
and also the villain that was on there. Literally, if there was one person in front of us.
Yeah.
It was in kind of a weird spot way back in the back where they used to have the Imagineers drawing with the Imagineers back there.
Don't
and
forget
a
Olaf.
lot of people just don't go back. Oh yeah, we saw
Here's
Olaf.
Olaf,
We went
yeah.
with Olaf. I mean, those were but they're very interactive with them. You don't just walk up, stand there for 2 seconds, take pictures. They take time with you. You'll sit there with them for a little while,
Yeah.
and it's fun and be fun with them. You know,
It's very interactive, and they also will take your cell phone, whether it's on video or pictures, and they will take that for you while you're up there, intermingling with the characters. So it's just good. You can post them on social media. It's just good to have as like a souvenir for the meet and greets, and it just makes your Disney vacation extra fun, and your kids will love it too if you're going with kids. So
yeah.
we are outside today, so it's a little cold, and it's actually snowing here, so we're even dreaming about Florida and Disney even a little more today.
So another item that you want to do is when you're at Disney, you want to attend the shows that they have, and parades, and of course the fireworks. Shows, you might not think that the Nemo show is for you or whatever. You got to see it.
It's for everyone.
Everything they do there is over the top. Every show is over the top. So you'll be amazed. We won't blow it for you what's in some of them.
Yeah.
But if there's a show, we go to the Lion Kings. We do everything.
Beauty and the Beast. I mean, any of the shows or the parades. And it's also a good time that you can sit down and relax, rest your feet. It gives you a little break from walking around. And
summertime,
a lot of them are indoors, and it's cool, and it's dark. The kids will fall asleep. Gives you a little break.
and parades are up to you. If you go during Christmas time and you go to the big Christmas parade, you might want to go to Main Street. They make it snow and everything on the Main Street with the parade. Mm-hmm. That one's different. But if you have children and you don't want those crowds and it's a hard thing, get your map when you go in. It shows you the route and the route of the whole entire parade. It goes all the way across the entire park. So go back into the back where it's not crowded and where you can easily have it, and your kids can get right up front and see the parade. It's the same parade in the back as it is in the front.
Yeah. So the maps look like this that you might get. This is an older one that we have. But they also pick up a parade time map. They have like the little parade times and the show times. It's like a separate map that you get when you go in, or sometimes there's a festival of the holidays, so it tells you every little extra thing that's going on.
So where to find characters, where everything is. Mm-hmm. The maps when you go in are vital. Grab one of those. They'll also sometimes it's a separate one that'll have the times. Mm-hmm. One will be just a map of the park where everything is, and the other one is a timestamp of what time everything is going to occur.
Yeah. Okay, so into the next Disney tip is
my favorite. Plan downtime.
Now, do as we say, not as we do, because no one wants to go to Disney with me because I love it so much that I just want to run around and catch everything nonstop. People that's gone with me before actually have gotten blisters on their feet because I run them to death. So,
what was our record?
22,000 steps, or was it more than that?
How many miles was that?
I don't know.
It was crazy. 15 miles or something.
I couldn't walk once I got back to the resort. My hips were sore, but
so plan a downtime.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're there, and that's one thing to watch out for. If you're online and you're booking your travel at with Disney online or Disney, when you call them up. You can do it online, but call them up. Get everything you want online, and then call them up.
Yes,
it's an experience just to talk to those people. They're Disney from the time they answer the phone. It's
yeah. They answer as I'm Princess.
Make it magical? Yeah, and her name.
Princess.
Her name would be.
How may I help you today?
Yeah, it's fun. But I forgot where I was going.
That's okay. You're talking about Disney. We were talking about downtime. So.
Oh yeah. So when you call and you go to book something, if you're telling them that you're going to stay from Saturday to Saturday, they'll try to sell you tickets from Saturday to Saturday. Mm-hmm. You'll run yourself to death. You don't want to have to go in. If you're there 7 days, only get tickets for 6 days. Give yourself a day,
or maybe 2.
See the resort. Stay at the resort and swim in the pool, because if you've got tickets, you want to go to the park. You're not going to want to utilize the pools that's at the hotel. Take a day to go to downtown Disney. That's a whole day there. Yes. Downtown Disney is a day, easy, especially now the new one. Mm-hmm. It's Disney Springs now. I mean, that's a whole day. So give yourself some downtime. There's putt golf. There's golf. There's several golf courses on site that you could go to if you're a golfer. So travel around and see the other resorts. We do that at
monorail
Christmas.
Hopping.
We take the hopping, and we go see the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian, which is a gingerbread house the size of a house or a large shed, but full size. I mean, you want to see the other places.
If you go during the holidays, you definitely want to resort hop because there's so much to see.
The decorations.
They're all decorated. Yeah, you can get on the monorail and just go around to all the different resorts. So that's one of our fun things to do. But if you have kids, definitely plan downtime. I mean, you can go to the park for 2 days and then have an off day. The resorts, I mean, they're just so fantastic and so much to do there. They have extra activities that go on. Our resort this year, you could sign up for painting and you could go, carriage ride, horseback riding. You can take boats out.
Fishing.
I mean, it's unlimited. Yeah.
We stayed at Port Orleans this year, and it was.
Yeah, they had the pontoon boats.
Yeah,
that you could fish.
You could go fish.
They had the
You can take
tandem bikes.
You can take guided fishing tours on the lakes around Disney.
I mean, it truly is unlimited. But if you want a down day, you might just want to go to the pool, maybe have a few drinks.
All right.
And take a nap in
My
the middle of the day.
All right. One tip also is visit during the off season. If you're not going with children, or your children are out of school, or if it's like us, we just go ourselves or whatnot. Visit during the off season, which is whenever generally schools are in session, and a lot of times they run good specials with resorts. They'll give you dining plans with your stays and things like that. But you've got a better chance of the parks not being nearly as crowded.
Yeah, and did you mention the cooler months yet? So we used to always go in July. I mean, literally like mid the school summer break we would go because we went with our kids before, and it's just so hot and miserable. And one year we wanted to go during the holiday season and go to Mickey's Christmas party, very Merry Christmas party. So
and we've never been.
We
back
went in
the
December,
and
no, we're not going back in the summer. The weather is fantastic in December when we went. So I mean, if you can go when the weather's a little cooler because it's much more tolerable. So that's one extra.
And they have special events like the Mickey's Christmas party,
the
not so scary Halloween party,
yes.
which cost extra. Once again, choose what you want to do. They also have, they have marathons. There's I think it's in January. They have races, which is crazy. We've never done that one.
I've heard those are pretty crowded. That's the other thing
crowded.
I want to do is try to. You can go online and find crowd calendars, literally, and find when the best time to go is. But like we said before, it's going to be limited if your kids are in school or you have to work around your kids' schedule. But it's worth a peek. To go in the off season,
which flows right into be flexible. You're going to get to Disney. A ride's going to be broken. It happens. First year we went,
it's going to be closed.
The haunted mansion was down for repairs. Broke my heart. Broke my heart.
Yeah.
Walked up and saw the sign and broke my heart. Things are going to happen. Rides don't go down very much during the day, but they do break, and then so they'll stop a ride. Midstream, so
or or they might have a ride closed for refurbishment. So this year we didn't know it. They have a Stitch ride in Magic Kingdom, and that is closing permanently. So we didn't know that. I was looking kind of forward to riding that. It's fun, but it was closed down. I mean, you're going to go and there's going to be, you might be in line and it closes down, which is even worse. So, but Disney is so good. Sometimes they will give you a fast pass if the ride opens back up later. They will give you a fast pass if it's one of the bigger rides, and then you can get back in line later and get right back on.
Sometimes you want to go and get your favorite food. Like one of our favorites was the jalapeno pretzel. Couldn't find it this year.
No,
wasn't there. We checked everywhere.
We were sad about that too.
Pretzel wasn't there. And there was a drink I was trying to find. I went to in Epcot. I was at the Asian Pavilion and I was looking for a certain drink. They were out, so kind of bummed me out. But you got to roll with it. You can't complain. You can't just. There's too much to. There's too many other things to do to sit and dwell on it. Just.
Yeah, and Disney will make your experience magical, or if something happens, they will try to remedy that. So
be nice.
That's good.
For you techies out there.
Or non-techies, you need this too.
Disney is very tech
oriented, yes.
So as I said before, put your phone on airplane mode, turn on your Wi-Fi to save your battery, and run with it. Get the My Disney app. My Disney Experience app.
You will need it.
It has everything, and also on it, you join family members, and it helps you to book fast passes for everybody in your group, all in one bundle. Meal reservations, get reservations for meals, things of that sort. So that is great. and it also has Find Family. So you can actually look at the map, and it will show you where every family member is in the park. So as long as you have your
Magic Band.
Magic
Scan
Band.
your
Why did I not
van.
remember that name today?
Oh well, it happens. My favorite thing, one of my new favorite things with the My Disney Experience app is the mobile ordering. So we use that for the first time this year, and it is super. Actually, Tony did it on his phone because I was having a little bit of technical difficulties. So the one that we really got good use out of it was the Dole Whip stand. So we ordered a mobile order while we was walking over there. And we didn't have to stand in line at the order counter.
You go straight to the pickup line.
Straight to the pickup line, and it was pretty much ready. It was right away. So, and it also has your Fast Pass info on there. You want to keep Fast Passes. You have to be pretty much on time. I think they will give you like a 10 or 15-minute leeway either way, early or late. So I'm constantly checking my app for my Fast Passes, or you can just do a screenshot if you want to kind of keep them in your phone gallery so you can pull them up easier that way. You can change your Fast Pass reservations. Yep. And also, the other good thing, remember how we used it at the resort this year? Tell them about how we used it at the resort. You don't remember? We got in the room with it.
Oh, that's
the new
right.
thing. It was the key to the room.
That's because you did it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I did it.
She didn't. You don't have to have a key. She didn't have to have her Magic Band, which your Magic Band will open your room. She used her app and literally opened the door to the room.
Yeah.
Something.
If you use the My Disney Experience app, you can you don't even have to check in when you get to your resort. It'll tell you when your room's ready. Yep. And you can just go straight in. It gives you the room number, it gives you everything, so you can just get in with your app, or you can use your Magic Band because they mail these to you ahead of time. So make sure you have this in your not your check-in luggage. You want to have this on your carry-on, or you can wear it like I do.
Just got off the Magic. We got off the Magic Express bus. Didn't even have to have our luggage. Didn't have to do nothing. Didn't even have to go to check-in. Walked straight to our room.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet actually.
And here is a big tip.
This is the reason why we're doing the tips and tricks.
We usually don't get restaurant reservations. We go to the quick service restaurants where we can go and get line serve ourselves and things of that sort. Quick service is so much better nowadays. The food has
upped its game.
They've upped their game. It is not hamburgers and hot dogs and chicken nuggets. There are very good restaurants.
Yeah.
Menu selections.
Barbecue roasted chicken.
But there's some of them that we do like to go to. One of them being
Be Our Guest.
Be Our Guest.
For lunch or breakfast, because it's the counter service.
Counter service for lunch or breakfast. Dinner, that's a whole nother story. We haven't been there for dinner
that's a
yet.
sit down.
And
sit down.
Yeah, that's one of the high end was for sit down. But so we tried and tried and tried to get meal reservations for Be Our Guests. Couldn't get in.
Nope. We tried several months beforehand.
Every day.
Starting 2 months before.
Every day.
Yeah, and
multiple times.
We did have the counter service dining plan, so you can use a counter service credit for lunch. That's the other reason we like to go there, and we just love the atmosphere. It's just really neat. If you haven't been there, you need to try to get reservations. So hopefully this tip will help you. So what I did was I couldn't get the reservation myself. So one day I was calling for something else to check on our transportation, and I just mentioned it to the lady, and she said, "Well, let me transfer you to the Disney Dining customer service." So this lady was helping me, and she tried a couple different things to get us into the lunch reservations at Be Our Guest, and they ask you what your party is, and try to get your reservations that way for the dates and time that you're wanting. And then she's like, "Well, hold on a second," and then she came back and she goes, "Well, I got a reservation for one for you. Party of one."
Party of one.
I'm like, I'll take it.
There's two of us,
I'm
but
like, maybe we can,
maybe
change
she'll
that
go
later.
in and I'll go to, give me a cheeseburger,
Yeah, so I'm like, that's fine. And she's like, well, let me try this. So she actually put in another party of one. So we got 2 reservations for party of one back to back. So they were 5 minutes apart.
Which you get overlap, so we just walked in at the same time.
And the reason it works for Be Our Guest is because it's just general seating. So you use your reservation, they give you a rows, you go in, and once you get an order, you just sit wherever you want. So that's why it works. And it was just the two of us, so I don't know if it'll work with, several people. It's worth a try, but I definitely know it works with two.
And we had no problem. We had no problem finding a place to seat. We found us a table for two. They had a table for two there.
Yep.
We sat down, had no problem.
Yeah, it was fine. So you can call, and they should be able to do that for you, or you can just do it yourself online. Put in one person, make sure you get the reservation number, then put in the other person, and then you guys can just show up the reservation window together. Yeah. So that really, it made my Disney trip, because I was looking so forward to eating at Be Our Guest, and then we ended up getting in. So that was one of my favorite tips for this trip.
Going along with the next item is that Disney will make magic happen for you, and they start from the time you call them up. I mean, it's Disney from start to finish. And the item is don't go thinking that if you complain you're going to get something for free.
Yeah, don't complain at Disney.
That's not the way to go.
That's just rude.
There's enough of that going on. The employees, that's not making their day. You being nice and you going along with them and making it magical for them also during the day, now that will get you something at Disney. Be Our Guest. How did we even get that? We got a free dessert. How did another dessert?
Well, we were actually in Hollywood Studios.
Oh, that one?
Eating at the ABC commissary. I think that's the name of it. And we were walking back to our table, and I just had mentioned to Tony that chocolate mousse dessert looked really good. And literally, 5 minutes later...
He just heard her say it as we walked past.
Super nice, young... I think he was the Disney intern or whatever. He just brought it to my table and said, "Here you go," and had the biggest smile on his face. And I was like in total shock, because that really... getting something for free hadn't really happened before, and he just set it down, and I gave him a hug, and I said, "Oh my gosh," and it was super delicious. So, and here's what we got right here. I'll put it on the screen. I got a picture of it. It was a chocolate mousse cup. So, and what was the other thing?
Also, things that you can get is when you go inside the park. As soon as you go in, generally there'll be a customer service. Guest services.
Guest services. Yeah.
As soon as you go in, you can go to guest services. Usually, it's people who are their reservations are messed up. Their bands aren't working, things like that or whatever. But you can also go in there and you can get pins, buttons, big buttons, and they've got buttons for free, and they've got them for everything. You got them for my first Disney trip, and if it is your first Disney trip, get one, because you'll get perks while you're in there for your first trip. They'll constantly be saying things to your kids about their trip, or if it's their birthday, get the birthday button.
The birthday's really good.
They'll all the employees will say happy birthday to you, or congratulations for
anniversary.
These are some special events at Disneyland. We went there. We happened to be there on the 60th anniversary, the day of the 60th anniversary. We didn't know what was going on. And we got honorary citizens of Disneyland while we were there.
Yeah, someone just gave us that while we were...
One of the employees just gave it to us.
Yeah, we were actually at one of the Disney stores getting some merchandise, and we were just telling her, we had never been to Disneyland before, and she gave us that kind of a
We were just being nice.
It's getting cold out here, Tony.
Getting?
Let's go to Florida.
It's in the 30s. We need to go to Florida.
Let's go to Florida.
Another item you can do is to take advantage of when you're at Disney is the delivery service for your resort. So if you're at a park and you want to buy a trinket or something, we like buying the figurines.
So cute.
And when we're in the stores and things. Well, you don't want to carry it around the rest of the day with you. In your backpack. It's going to get hit. It's going to get bumped. You're going to be throwing it down or whatever. If you're staying at an on Disney resort, they'll deliver it to your hotel.
Yep.
Sometimes to your room, but you got to check with your hotel about where the delivery is. But they'll deliver it right to your room or to your hotel.
Well, we were under a misunderstanding. I've heard some people say that they will deliver it to your room, so we were kind of under that misunderstanding. So we kind of waited 2 days, and we was wondering where our merchandise was, and then we finally figured out they deliver it to the gift shop at your resort. Your resort gift shop is where they deliver it.
Personal issues that you might have. So my problem with amusement parks, I get motion sickness. So riding in buses, I get motion sickness.
Planes,
trains,
and automobiles,
and rides. So
especially those.
Disney has a lot of 3D rides. They're motion, and I get ill on them.
Yes.
So at first in the old times, I used to just take ginger pills. You can get straight up ginger pills, probably at your big box stores, or go to a health food store in town, in your local area before you leave and come down there. And they're just straight up ginger pills. And I eat them like Tic Tacs.
I think you took like 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner.
Just whenever I thought about it, I'd reach in my pocket, pull a couple out, and pop them.
Yeah.
Or consult your doctor, which I do now. I call my doctor. I get a prescription for the, what do you call it? Scopolamine?
It's the scopolamine patch.
Scopolamine patch.
Yeah.
It's a little dot that goes behind your ear, and man, you're
yeah.
set.
He can ride any ride.
I can ride anything
literally.
with them things.
Yeah.
Not over and over and over and over, but you give me 20 minutes in between rides and I'm okay.
Yeah, it makes a big difference for him. So if you're any type of person that has, if you have mild to little motion sickness, we would just recommend the ginger pills, because the scopolamine patches, they can get kind of expensive. If you have more extreme motion sickness, the patches will work wonder for you.
Right.
So yeah.
People just peppermint. You can take peppermint, things of that
yeah,
sort.
for very mild motion
chewing
sickness.
gum is good
yeah.
for your stomach, but remember, you cannot purchase chewing gum at Disney anywhere. Matter of fact, the Orlando airport does not sell gum in the airport for just that reason. They do not want to have to clean gum up off the ground. You can bring it in, you just cannot purchase it.
Yeah, I mean we don't ever take gum in. I mean you can take mints or something, but I don't know if they look down on it. They don't sell it, so I don't take it. Basically, you can if you want. Oh. And then the last thing, it is okay
To go to
Disney without kids. We took our kids when we were younger, but our kids are grown now. So Tony and I, we love to go by ourselves. So it's a great and different experience. So we love to go with groups or kids, but you know it's even extra fun with just 2 people. Did you want to add anything to that?
No, it's very adult. You know, it's not all kiddie rides. There are full blown adult rides.
Yeah.
Now there's alcohol in almost every single park now. You can
get it with the dining plan. Now we forgot to mention that.
You can get an adult beverage, at any park. I mean, it's not all all about the children.
Yeah.
They know where the money is.
Right. And I mean, if you go in the off season, and especially December when kids are still in school, you're going to see a lot of adults there without their kids. So it is kind of a fun and different experience. And with the Disney dining plan, like we were saying, the counter service, and I don't know about the deluxe, it's probably with the deluxe too. So you can get an alcoholic drink with your meals. You can drink around the world in Epcot if that's your thing. I mean, there's a lot of extra things to do as an adult, and you can definitely get through the parks a lot faster. So
yeah.
But I guess that's going to wrap up our Disney tips and tricks. We sure hope you guys like the video. You know, we're just doing this to help you guys out, and we don't get anything out of the video. We're just doing it to help everyone, and because we like Disney so much. So we thank you so much for watching, and we'll hope you'll tune in again. We'll be back to our regular scheduling program regarding RV stuff and stuff with our pole barn, living quarters is mainly what our channel is going to be about here coming up. But we did this extra Disney trip, so we wanted to go ahead and get these Disney tips and tricks out there. So give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you want to do that, and give us a comment below. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching.